Hello, I'm Maria Hall Brown, and this is LA Currents. Well, author-journalist Marty Rubin said parks and playgrounds are the soul of a city. And that is definitely the thought and feeling of my guest today. I'm delighted to be joined by Councilmember Curren Price of District 9. Parks are definitely part of the soul of CD9, and you're making sure that those get expanded.
Well, it really is. You know, when I got elected in 2013, I pledged that we were going to make the district greener by having more parks, expanding our parks, and we have been able to do just that. Since 2013, we've allocated almost $60 million in improving our parks, creating new parks, creating playground areas, walking paths, places where families and kids can really enjoy the outdoors and take advantage of the parks that exist.
Why do you feel it's so important? I mean, obviously, you know, there's a litany of reasons we can think of, especially during the pandemic, about the need to get, but personally, why has it become something that is it what your constituent is saying, is what you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just a combination of things. First of all, our area is underparked. You know, we probably have the least number of parks, open spaces in the city. And so we have a real challenge making sure that we provide the kinds of resources that are available in other parts of the city in our district. And so, as I said, we've taken it very personally, making sure that we're doing all we can to enhance existing sites, installing new playground equipment, walking paths, better lighting, and as I said, creating new parks that will benefit the community.
Okay, we've got lots of fun things to talk about, but I got to tell you, there's a park that, you know, you have put in place that the reason it exists was a petition of kids.
Last fall, we opened the Trinity skate park, the second skate park that we have in CD9. And we were able to do so, again, with the enthusiastic support of the parents in the area and, of course, the kids. They were very excited. We've done improvements around the park, better landscaping, better lighting, enhancing some playground equipment, really demonstrating to the community that we care. And so Trinity Skate Park is exciting, and it builds on the improvements that we made at Trinity Park.
All right, well, that was not the only park that, you know, has been a priority. I mean, you've got South Park. And South Park Recreation Center is, you know, definitely been something. You know, and I actually had a map of your district, and it's interesting to see how the districts are broken into and how big the parks are, et cetera. But South Park is pretty big.
It's a very big park and an old one. You know, it's over 100 years old, very historic. And so we've been, over the past several years, doing a number of improvements there, improving the fields, improving the amphitheater, better lighting. It's got a community safety patrol. And again, it also had been a gang hangout. And it was very dark and dreary. Now it's well lit. We've got walking paths all around. We recently had a ribbon cutting on a new football field, 2 new baseball fields, and 3 new signs. And so we are excited about the opportunity to continue our work at South Park and to provide resources to our families and kids.
I would imagine that those fields are going to be super utilized, and you know, the high tech, you know, it's astroturf, or I don't even know if you call it that anymore.
Well, it is. It's state-of-the-art synthetic.
Right.
And
synthetic, good word.
It will last much longer and provide greater use for our kids.
And you know, there's nothing like Friday night lights on those big scoreboards.
Absolutely.
All right, well, there's what's been done, and then there's all the hopes and dreams and exceptionally, you know, vigorous and ambitious projects that you want to do. I mean, I know you want to, you know, add more, but then there's Enel Woods Park.
Yeah, that was another exciting pocket park opportunity.
All right, explain a pocket park.
It's a small park. In this one, in fact, there was a median that was transformed into a park area, so that again, people will have some access to some green space in an area where we don't have a lot of park activity. But Enel Woods was a real pioneer in the community. Matter of fact, she lived not far from the park. And so we thought it was appropriate that we dedicate it to someone who had such strong roots, strong history in the area, and who was an advocate not only for parks and recreation, but for the community at large.
Even the fact that it's a pocket park, there's still some really cool things you can put in there.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, in this pocket park, we're going to be having some walking trails, some exercise areas, picnic tables.
Wow.
So we really want to make it a very functional space, though small, a functional space for the community. But again, demonstrating the fact that we want to be creative, we want to be innovative, and the idea of transforming an unused and unsightly median into a open space play area is significant, and the neighbors are they're just loving it.
You know, looking for those spaces, is that hard to do?
Well, you know, it is, especially when you have an area that's sort of landlocked.
Exactly.
You know, as it said, part of the reason why we don't have much park space in South LA is because there was no planning. There was no planning for it. And so to create parks now, you've got to either take out some residential areas, you know, convert some commercial areas, industrial areas. And so we have to be very creative and very strategic. And that's what we're doing.
Not all of your citizens have 2 legs. Some of them have 4.
Yes, yes,
and
they
so
do.
you've actually, you know, been able to think about, and even we talk about the pandemic and the fact that outside has become more of a priority in our life. For, you know, obviously we've always known that it's a good thing to get outside, run around, let your kids have fresh air, etc. But now our need to get out, I think, has been amplified by the fact that we've rediscovered outside, and we've also rediscovered the companionship of pets.
Well, we know we got some furry friends.
Yes, we do.
In CD9, lots of dogs. And unfortunately, no place for them to go. You know, while there are dog parks in other parts of the city, there was not one in CD9. And so we were very excited to be able to create one at the Ross Snyder recreation area. Again, providing access to an area for people to bring their pets in a safe, clean manner.
The dogs are going to be really, really happy, but I know that there are some other things that are being enhanced over there at the park that are going to make people happy.
Absolutely. We're going to be enhancing the fitness area for neighbors, better lighting, better security, more landscaping. Again, creating an environment that will be very safe and secure for family and friends to have fun at the park.
Green Meadows, you know, what a coup. I mean, I know that this was, you know, a wonderful opportunity that you fought hard for, and you got a grant.
We did. It was a $7 million competitive grant, and so we were excited about that. It's going to permit us to create 2 new basketball courts there. We're going to have play areas, walking paths, better lighting, enhanced lighting, security, and we're excited that we're going to be breaking ground this summer, so that neighbors will be able to enjoy it next year.
And have barbecues there next year, because that's part of it.
There'll be some park benches, there'll be some areas to sit out on the grass to really have fun. We want everybody involved to take an interest and to make sure that they have a stake in the success of the park.
Do you have a history when you were a kid? You remember playing outside in the parks?
Oh yeah. I played Little League Baseball at Harvard Park, at Van Ness Park, and remember fondly, you know, going there, going in the morning and staying all day. You know, playing. I played in Little League Baseball in one park in the morning, another park in the afternoon. The Vermont Square Park I used to walk to when I was in elementary school. There was a library nearby. And so these facilities are part and parcel of our community. And so we want to make sure that people know that they're safe, they're accessible, and they're for them.
Well, I am delighted that we had this chance to talk about all of these wonderful events that are parks that are growing, and I wish you a world of luck making, you know, more and more and more green space. Do you agree with the quote that parks and playgrounds are the soul of a city?
Oh, absolutely. And that's especially true in CD9. As I mentioned, you know, a third of our population is under 18. That's a population that really benefits from having open space, a place to play in a safe way. But not just kids. And so we want our parks to be accessible to our teenagers, to our seniors, to adults, to enjoy the open space, to have an opportunity to walk, you know, to improve their health and safety at a time when being outdoors is very important.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Councilmember. It was wonderful to talk with you.
Well, thank you, Maria,
right.
as always.
Thanks. And that's a wrap on this LA Current.